Good day, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Ticor Tech Farm. Today, again, we have Javier de la Piedra, CEO of New Homepage, our programming and developer partner for all the great programs we've been introducing, including Ticor Tech Farm. Thanks,
Great.
Javier.
Thank you for having me.
For joining us.
Great. Looking forward to it.
So today's video, we're going to be talking about, we did one yesterday for mail merge, and today
Right.
we're going to be doing an email campaign.
Right, so we're going to be talking about one of the upgrade features, which is the ability to do email campaigns within the system. And it's a great functionality that you have a lot of functions too. So I'm going to take you right into that.
Great.
Right.
So you're logged into Ticor Tech Farm, and you're going to open a farm.
And once you log into the farm, you go over to the premium data. And in the premium data, you have an email tab. And you'll be notified if emails are available on a regular basis. But at any time, I could click on Match Emails, and it would do research on my farm to see if there's any new emails available for that farm. So here it's scanning through all the records in this farm, and it's going to let us know how many farm records are available.
Now, how often are email updated?
Emails are updated continuously, so we update emails all the time. This is not like the other premium data, which is twice a month. Emails are updated live, and that's why we have the ability for you to check at any time how many emails are available.
And that's an important distinction, Javier, for emails that are updating continuously, but the other, in terms of ownership or any county assessor data, it's updated at the beginning of the month between the 1st and 5th.
Right, and the 15th and the 20th.
And the 15th and 20th.
Right.
Very good.
So here you'll see out of 3,437 record farm, we had 269 matches.
That's almost a 50% ratio.
269.
Oh, I'm sorry.
269. So just about 10% matched on the total farm. So there I could get those records, but I already have some records in there, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back into this farm, and I'm going to go into the premium data so you can see how it starts again. I'm going to go into emails, and here I already have 21 licensed, so I'm going to go into the address book. Now it's important to note that the email addresses are not purchased. You don't actually physically have them. The way you see them is their name @ ****. So as an example, my email address or the support email address that's here, it does display because we have responded to an email. Once you respond to an email, the full email appears.
I think it's an important point to kind of go over, because most users, the number one question that I get is, can I download the email, the database, and take it into another CRM, for example? And the answer is no,
Right.
because people don't realize that databases involving emails are extremely expensive.
They are expensive and they're hard to use. I know some of you may already know how to use your own system or work it, but we promised these users that we would only send them up to 4 emails a month. So we are living by that promise, and we've collected these emails over decades. We want to make sure it's done right. We want to make sure that you're not breaking any laws. The Communication Act of 2006 and the ICANN spelled ICANN spam laws are all being met within this system. So you're not breaking any laws, and you're using the proper procedure. Every single email that goes out will have a opt-out option, which you're informed of, and it automatically does all the work for you.
Now, with the email, just to go back into the licensing, you as a user have the ability to email your database.
Right.
That's available to you no more than 4 times a month.
Correct. So you're allowed up to 5,000 email addresses in the account, and you can email all 5,000 4 times a month with the premium pro version. And that's 20,000 emails a month. That's a lot of emails. And honestly, I would never recommend anyone emailing marketing content to any one email address more than 4 times a month. That would be aggressive.
Already.
So here you have the email addresses in the system. I can click on any one of those, and it takes me into that person's account and information. I can see their address, I can see the zip code, and I can see whatever group I've put them in. Groups are really important. If you start to make contact with them, I highly recommend putting them into a hot group or a group that you want to work with. So lots of functionality there. But what I want to show you is how the campaigns and all the functionality within the system allows you to do more work. So here we have pre-built campaigns already in the system. We have 7 campaigns in the system. We have we have daylight savings, we have happy birthday, we have holiday cards, holiday secondary, motivational weekly, past clients, and seller request market analysis. So these allow you to go in. So let me go into, let's say, holiday cards. Where'd your screen go here? So in the holiday cards, I can come over here and I can look at the different of cards. I can click on Valentine's Day as an example. And here on Valentine's Day, if I move down the screen, I can do different options that you can see. Now here on Valentine's Day, I'm going to expand the screen. You can see that it's a nice graphical email, and they're not just base text emails. I can also come back and I can show you some of the other ones. So I can go into St. Patrick's Day, and on St. Patrick's Day, I can come over here and I can show you the full St. Patrick's Day, and you can see all the text and all the information there. Now I can edit any one of these. I don't have to sit and work with just that letter. I can come in here and I can move into the letter. I can highlight. Now keep in mind, if those who are using the mail merge function, there are some limitation differences between the mail merge function and the email function. The email function is not going to let you do things that you can't email. So it's not going to let you upload a massive picture, even though you can upload graphics. You can change the fonts, you can change the lettering. I can italicize these, I can bold them, I can add my own lettering. Common question I get is, can I change them? And absolutely. So I'm going to come in here and it's, please send me your next for sale home. So you can change anything you want. When you save them, it is your letter. No one else can see those letters or changes. So all that functionality is there for you to manage with and work. Now, this is just one of many campaigns, but I do want to show you there's more than just campaigns. I can go into manage letters, and you'll see that there's 113 letters already built into the system. So you have everything from Happy Columbus Day to all kinds of Flag Day, all kinds of different letters, but that's not the end of it. You can go in and you can come over to the system and you can manage those letters. You can add your own campaign, or in the manage letters function, you can create your own letters. And you don't have to sit and just work with the one letter. So I could come in and I could choose a template, work with that template. Let's do a Keller Williams template. And I could work with that template and create my own letter to my heart's content. And there is no limit to the number of letters you can send. Now let's go back to the main functionality, which I want to show you, which is assigning a campaign. There's many different ways of assigning a campaign. I could select individual people, and I could assign that campaign by using the action button here, and I could go selected records, send a campaign or an individual letter if I want to send one individual letter. Or I could come in here, this is sort of a hidden feature, I can just click search on no criteria. So if I click search on no criteria, it comes back, and you notice I didn't search any group, I didn't search any last name. Now if I come down to my actions, you'll see search results of 25. I could have typed in a last name, I could have gone to advanced search and typed in other criteria like KW or C21,
sure,
or a person's last name or a city, any one of those functionalities.
Now the outgoing emails go out with the user's email address, correct?
Correct. Anything that's set up in the settings section within the site, that is where the emails go from. And when the customer replies, it goes directly to you.
Now a lot of people ask, with the email campaigns, are they following the same technology that's being whitelisted for the technology as far as your servers, like a MailChimp or an eCampaign?
Absolutely. So those companies are our competitors. We do have a product called profilesandfarms.com, and we do that all the time. There's many ways to get the email into their inbox, and we're following all the rules. But the best part about it is I could go into the view campaigns, and I could see a campaign that's been sent. I can see what I've sent. I can see statistics on those emails that I've been sent and what's going on with those emails. So here you can see what's gone out, what emails have bounced back, what emails have come back, and you automatically know what's going on in the system.
So you've got the full analytics in terms of a campaign to see exactly whether the time was appropriate, what your open rate is,
Right.
and you unsubscribes and all that.
Right. One of the most common questions, great thing that you brought that up. We send you an email. We send the customer who's logging in using the system, an email letting you know that someone has unsubscribed. So you get an email that says, Joe has unsubscribed. And in very bold text at the very top, it says, you do not need to do anything, and it gives you all their contact information. The idea behind that is that you can call them and you can say, hey, sorry. Didn't mean to bother you, just was sending out my content. I can tell you that 98% of the time, they will tell you, hey, just send me your content, it's okay. And then you can go into the contact, and when you're in the contact, if they've unsubscribed, this checkbox will be checked and that line will be in red. And all you have to do is go uncheck them, and they will automatically subscribe again. But when you get the email that says Joe is unsubscribed, you don't have to do this. It automatically does it for you.
That's great.
And so if anyone complains up the line to, like, let's say your internet provider, Gmail, AOL, that you're sending them spam, we do get notified, and we automatically just remove those people from your list so that you are not in any kind of burden or any kind of problem with emailing them again. Because sometimes they just don't get that they can click on Do Not Email and automatically get to the system. So again, you can have 5,000 people here. You have this advanced search. And in the advanced search, I could type an address, I could type a city, I could locate people that I just want to go by area. I can do the zip code functionality as well. A lot of functionality in here. One of my favorite functions in here is the percent of read. So after you've sent a few campaigns, you can come in here and you can say, I want to send an email to people who have read my email 60% or more times. So 60% of my emails. And then I click search, and now my search results, and we haven't sent people to this campaign. Oh, it looks like there's 3 people on here. And I could go selected 3, and then I could print something to them. I could put them in my own group. I could move them around. I could delete them. I could remove any campaigns that I have sent to them. But most commonly is I can come in here to send, and I can send these 3 contacts a campaign. And it's as simple as clicking send campaign. I choose the campaign that I want to send. These are the campaigns that are in the system. Anyone that you've created would be listed here. Happy birthday as an example, or daylight savings. And one of my favorite settings in here is the advanced setting, where you can come in and you can say, I want to send in the morning, in the middle of the day, at night. So
now, is the pull down also for the e-letters? Where is that at?
Yes. So I could come in here and I chose an eCampaign.
Because you chose the eCampaign, that's
Correct.
the reason it was showing
Correct.
just...
Correct. So if I come to Action, Select Results, Send, and then I do e-letter, now it's going to give me the list of all the e-letters. And there's lots of them. I want to go through a couple of the campaigns, because I really like some of the campaigns and what they're already in the system. So daylight savings, it's the 2 daylight savings emails. You keep in mind, you don't have to change the dates that they go out. We automatically adjust those in January of every year. Happy birthday is a great campaign. Holiday cards is all the major holidays. Holiday secondary, I have to show it to you for you to understand it. These are all the campaigns that are in secondary. So it's Martin Luther King Day, Mardi Gras, Happy Chinese New Year, April Fools. Bunch of great campaigns that allow you to send it. If you assign holiday cards and holiday secondary, that is 27 emails a year that you're automatically sending a person. But they're all great emails. Two of my favorites, my 3 favorites, are the weekly motivational. So you assign a campaign, it gives them a weekly motivational quote. You have past clients. Past clients is when you've sold a home for a person, you put them on the past clients. I love this campaign because it sends them an email a month. Actually, it's 13 emails. And the last one is, can you believe it? We sold your home 12 months ago, and a happy anniversary. It's a little reminder of what's going on. It also sends you a notification that it's been 12 months since you sold their home.
And I just want to reemphasize that to the users and people watching. These are not just campaigns, they're drip campaigns that go over a period of time, and you can set them to go either on a weekly basis or a monthly basis.
Right.
And you have total control over the rotation and how they get sent out, which is extremely powerful. because you can just set your campaigns ahead and assign them into a particular farm or contact, and then
Right.
now a lot of people ask if I assign it to a particular directory and then I added new users, how does that campaign, does it start at the beginning of the campaign?
They all start at the beginning. So it depends on the campaign, actually. So if you assign a holiday, you don't want
Just
Happy
send
New
you
Year to go on.
Christmas in June.
Right. It's not Christmas in June. So the holiday campaigns, those are all date specific. They go out on a specific date. If you assign someone, they only go out on that date. The one I'm looking at right now, the seller request market analysis, it's days. So on day 1, which is tomorrow, the request market analysis response 1 goes out. Day 7, day 21, all the way down to I'm pretty sure it's day 365. So on 1 year, it was 1 year since we did your last home evaluation. Would you like another one? This is a great campaign, and these are day specific. So if I assign someone today, it starts tomorrow. If I assign someone next week, it starts the day after they assign it. So they're all on different schedules. The holiday, the daylight savings, and the holiday secondary, those go out on specific days.
I also want to emphasize something, that with the eCampaigns, you can leverage your social media and increase your social sphere of influence in terms of following, because you can aggregate that into your email, and also the call to actions, where you can have specific campaigns, maybe linking to a specific landing page where maybe there is a value proposition. Is that correct?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. They give you a lot of functionality and letting people know that you're still in business and still around. And all the campaigns, I would say also, just like the mail merge letters, they use your variables here. I don't recommend you hard coding them. They come from the settings screens. And that way you don't have to modify 133 letters. They're automatically there. You change your settings, you change your picture, your logo. All you have to do is change it in your settings, and you don't have to change it anywhere else.
Yes.
It's all set. I get a lot of questions on, hey, are a lot of people using this? Are people going to get the same graphics and same logos and looks? And the answer is no. We actually rotate. We have, as an example, the holiday campaigns, we have about 9 of them with 9 different graphic logos, 9 different text, and every customer that signs up gets a whole new set. So we automatically are rotating those 9 through to try to make it so that everyone doesn't get the same information. I also get that same question come January, are they going to get the same one that I sent them last year? And again, the answer is no. Every single year we create new campaigns, and everyone gets a whole new graphic set, so that you're not redundantly sending the same information, same graphics and logos.
And it's very important to have that kind of dynamic content.
Right. So that they don't feel that you're just stuck on some old system sending campaigns. The emails do go to them as if it's a real email directly from you, because the from email address is your email address. So it's really important to know that, hey, if they reply and say thank you, don't reply back saying, what did I send you? Go read the reply to see what you sent them. It's all automated. It's like Ron Popeil used to say, set it and forget it. This is what it is. You set the campaigns, let them do their job, and they do their job. The biggest thing I always tell people about email marketing is, it starts off with my biggest pet peeve. If someone calls me and says, hey, Javier, are you still in business? God, I obviously haven't done my job if they're asking me if I'm still in business.
Correct.
So it's really important that you keep in contact with your past clients and the people that you've dealt with, so that they know you're still around and still kicking and still doing things.
Absolutely.
So that's what email marketing can really help with.
I'm still dealing with that Ron Popeil reference. I think you lost your millennials there.
Well, he was a great marketer. But along with great marketing, this email marketing system really does a great job for you and allows you to market to a lot of people very quickly. Another question a lot of people get is, are they associated to a physical address? And absolutely, yes, they are. Every single one is associated to a farm record that you had. So if I go into Aaron here, this was a farm record that was one of your farms. So they're in your farm record, and that is the address of the home. So if I wanted to, as an example, go in here and email to everyone in Westlake Village, I could come back to my address book. I could come into city, and I could do Westlake Village. If I type that right. And I click search, and that's going to go search for everyone that is in Westlake Village. And here now, if I wanted to email just the people in Westlake Village, I could come down to my selected 14, send them a letter that I've created, or send them a campaign that I've created, or assign them to a Westlake Village group.
That's very
now
powerful.
I can do them by groups. So very, very powerful functionality. I think everyone would really gain a lot of benefit off of just starting to email market and letting people know that they're still in business and in their area.
And it's important also to note that you guys are continuing to improve the system, and constantly every single day you have a list of features that are being requested. And we always invite our customers and users to submit through the support their suggestions for improving the system.
Yeah, the entire system is based off of users' recommendations, and we're not only upgrading stuff on the front end, but we're always upgrading stuff on the back end. We're always adding new content, we're always adding new features, but on the back end, we're also always staying with the law, keeping the email functionality all up to date, and making sure all those functions work properly.
Well, thank you, Javier, for another great training session. I appreciate you being here, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I look forward to it.